I really had a strong passion at the very beginning, for baseball. I was about 5 years old, 5.5 years old when I started to play, and I couldn't catch the ball. I couldn't do anything, and it was magnified by the breakup of my mother and my father when I was around 6.5, 7 years old. I had started to play a lot when I was a kid, but it was just augmented by the departure of my mother and my father's marriage, and ended up going to an extreme on it, in which I started to play every day, 7 days a week. I played whether it was raining or not. It doesn't rain much in California, but it didn't matter what the weather was. I was always outside playing the game. And it kind of kept me entertained and kept me, understanding of myself. And with the amount of time that I spent on it, I got to be pretty good. And by the time I was 10 years old, I was very good at playing the game. And had moved into a higher league. Even though I was only 10, I was playing with 15 to 20-year-olds. And then by the time I was, 13, I was playing with the single-A ball clubs here in Southern California. I was playing the California Sun League with some great players at that time. The Knopp brothers, Bobby and Gary, and Bobby ended up becoming the coach for the Angels for many, many, many years, and George Pena, and Rick Fenton was my coach then, and he taught me an awful lot. The very first coach I had was Mr. Parra, and he was the one who really gave me a lot of inspiration at the very beginning. But what it taught me was the fact of discipline. It really disciplined me to understand my capabilities as a person, to be able to live dreams. And I dreamed of, playing ball. And I read a lot. I used to read a lot of biographies, Babe Ruth's and Lou Gehrig's, and a whole bunch of different ball players at that time. And anything I could find or I could watch, or I'd talk about it, or I'd play it. And that's what I ended up understanding, that you either had to do it, watch it, read about it, or talk about it 7 days a week. And not that you couldn't do other stuff too, and you did, but I was pretty committed, and it really did make me understand what discipline, determination, perseverance, patience give you. Patience was the key, because you had to wait. You had to spend 10,000 hours doing it, There's an old saying that's what you have to do. Like a writer has to write at least 3 pages every day for the rest of their lives. They get up in the morning and write on a blank slate. It's interesting, the things that people learn. And that commitment and discipline was what really moved me. And when I switched in about 1960. Is when I went from playing baseball. I was playing really a lot of ball. I play every day, like I was telling you. But during the season, which was year-round for me, I would play on one team. If that team didn't need me, then I'd play on team number 2. And if team number 1 or team number 2 didn't need me, I'd play on team number 3. And then if 1, 2, or 3 didn't need me, I'd play on team number 4. And team number 4 was willing to have me, once every month or maybe twice a month, I would go and play with them, because I didn't have a game with the other teams. And so I was playing sometimes a doubleheader. During the summer, I was playing doubleheader almost every day. It was really intense. And my father loved it, because with my father, he would come and visit me during the legal trials, separation and divorce. He had the right to visit me 8 hours a day, 8 hours every 15th day of the month. So twice a month he could come and pick us up, me and my brother and my sister, and have us and go out with us and for 8 hours. And it really was not sufficient. It was very interesting in the 50s what they thought was correct. And then he had it for 2 weeks during the summer. And none of that worked. It just was, and even today, I don't think parents would ever want to even do that to their kids. But the judge had placed that on as part of the, you'll have the kids every other weekend for 8 hours on Sunday. And it was just pathetic. But he could come and see me on the ball field. And, he could come and sit in the bleacher while I played ball at the park. So he'd be there every day. Every single day I played, he was there. Very interesting, because then my mother found out that my father was coming, so she started to come and sit in the other bleacher on the other side. So at that point, I had both parents in the bleachers watching me play ball. And so that kind of was very fulfilling. Of course, my mom couldn't hang on to going there every day like my dad did. My dad committed himself, and it was quite interesting because it really changed my life. That's what drove me. And so when I was 12 and 13, I became the California State batting champion for the state of California, and I was playing really well. And everyone was pretty confident. I was being scouted already. I was already being brought into the Dodger Farm Club. I was playing in the California League, like I said, with the Dodger Farm team. And, Eddie Roebuck and Sandy Koufax and people like that would play there, and I would catch them because I was a catcher, and I was a small little guy. But I could hit. I never hit a home run, but I could hit the ball. You either had to walk me, or if you put it anywhere close, I would hit the ball. And I would hit it almost anywhere I wanted to place it. It was really interesting. It was all subconscious because, it was an expertise of knowing how to hold your hands. But, I could make the ball go this way, or make the ball go this way, or make the ball go straight up, or make the ball go over the second baseman. I never hit a home run, but I always got on base, either by a walk or hit. And that's what gave me the accolade